I'm on now. Hey, journeyman, journeywomen, this is a hero journey with Dr. D, and we are in them streets doing a hero's rant. I just dropped off somebody I was doing around the chair, and this was so powerful to me. And he said, Dr. D, what was so powerful to you? Well, last several days I had the pleasure of the luxury of picking up two individuals who had a foreign descent. One person was from Iran, as she was saying, and this person was from Venezuela. Is that something? Does that seem like it's a part of the headlines? Yes, it does. But you know me, I don't get into much political debates. I don't talk about politics for the most part, because it doesn't need no purpose in my plight. The things I'm trying to accomplish, the things I'm trying to help with. However, what I did pick out from these conversations. These conversations have been enlightening because I've been using translator, and because I don't speak varsity, I don't speak fluent español. I speak very poquito, muy poquito español, and I speak absolutely no varsity. She enunciated varsity as being the language of Iranians. However, discussion started like this. Well, let me talk about the first discussion. We started talking. I said, how do you feel about what's going on with the Venezuelan government? And she said, it's terrible. And speaking to a person who's experienced, I don't indulge in excessive amount of media when it comes to news cycles, because a lot of things can be distorted. And not saying that they're not entertaining or polished or in the publication and the production of it, because I'm pretty sure because they are. However, I think that if you don't go back into your due diligence to study on somebody else's presentation to find the bottom line, the black and white, the details of it all, then you and your mind can be distorted about how things actually are based on how things are portrayed. That's the reason why advertising agencies are so needed. That's why ads pay money to get your attention, so they get the audience, so they can actually submit things in that they choose for you to believe. Whether it's the right side or the left side, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. Everybody has some type of agenda. However, that's not the reason for this video. This video is the reason for we talk about gratitude. I picked up the person from Venezuela, and she said she's been down here 11 years. It's all, and I use my translator. My translator goes back and forth. I said, okay, translate. It talks to them, it talks to me, vice versa. Well, you know the ins and outs of translation. Now, and she said it was terrible over there. The kids don't have Pampers, no milk for the kids. And the house was decimated. Now, what she told Jimmy, she said she was living a great life over there. She had a house on the beach. And she was had a travel agency, but she was living the life until she wasn't. It's interesting how you can live life until wasn't the really appreciation to what you had. So, and that's when she was over there. That's Venezuela. And she said she actually stated that the cartel was running the country, and she broke it down. This is for her. She said around 30 years ago, there was a prisoner, and this was per her, like her name. 30 years there was a prisoner, and he was communicating with the Cuban government. And the Cuban government, I think at the current time, was pretty much, I think America's got involved into that situation. Again, like I stated before, I don't think heavily indulge in the media, and I don't do my due diligence research upon information, so I may have things wrong. I may be incorrect. So if you. I'm not going to have a debate about stuff that I have not been well read on or I have not studied on. And the Bible says, study, show yourself approved unto God, work with me, not with shame, and right divide the word of truth. I can't divide the word of truth if I haven't studied for myself. Come on, somebody. But in any case, to get back to my storyline. I'm just going to circle right now. What happened was that she said she had she said what happened 30 years ago, and she's just speaking from a native now, not from hearsay, not somebody on C-SPAN or Newsweek or whatever. She said 30 years ago, Cuba was having communication with a prisoner that was locked up, and about because this prisoner tried to do a coup on the Venezuelan government, and it was unsuccessful. He got locked up, and he was having communications with Cuba, with Fidel. Now, the communications with Fidel led into some type of occurrence, information that was needed, wherever. And that person was Chavez. Wow. That person was Chavez. I said, wow, that was interesting. And so therefore, things led to the current state of situation at this current time, whereas the president of Venezuela at the time was in ties with the cartels, so to speak. And see, like everybody was in the bed with him, getting a cut, and make millions of dollars. It wasn't just the hierarchies in Venezuela that was getting paid. It was Cuba, Russia, and China was getting paid as well. And this is per her. So wow. Now I cannot affirm or deny, but this is per her. So just like me looking at television, look at something on news. This is me listening to somebody else telling me that their experience as being a native. That's my disclaimer. I have not did the due diligence study, but in any case, and I thought that was interesting because it connects. It makes sense in the storyline of everything. And I said, wow. But that's not the whole point of this video. The whole point is to show you that gratefulness. But she just explained the backdrop of how things were and how things were in her homeland, and she had to get out. I think her son-in-law was here, and she got a work visa. Son-in-law got a work visa. He is a citizen. His wife got a work visa, and then they worked on getting her, the mother, a visa. So now she's a citizen here, and it's over 10 years ago, so she got out. I guess this thing's been happening for a long time. See how people oblivious when you don't pay attention to the news and stuff? Not that it's a good thing, it's just that it's not part of my path. Now, I pay attention to people that say things that have some type of substantial knowledge and they study it for themselves. For the most part, I'm not going to wait until the night to look at world news. I'm not. I may study some things that help me make the change in somebody's life. Complex trauma, depression, regret, the effects of a relationship on your future, children, stuff like that that I can actually assist in helping somebody be better. Not an argument online on Facebook. It would be, I'll just be talking. Just be talking. A whole bunch of mess. But in any case, that person actually has that person was from Venezuela. She said she's so happy to be here, but she had it nice there until she didn't. Then a few days ago, probably last week, I picked up somebody who was from Iran, and they bombed Iran. And both individuals were grateful for the United States government for what they have done. And when on our end, we're complaining about what we're not getting. Ain't that true? They're grateful for what the United States has done. Really? Yeah, it should be different. It should be different. So, in individual for Iran said that is bad. She said that is bad as well. And I'm going to translate now because I don't speak Vasily. And she said she's grateful to be here and she is grateful for what's happening over there because the thing is they're away from the conflict, but they're connected with family. They're safe, but their family is not. And just goes to show me, are we really grateful for what we have? No, we know what we don't have, and we complain about how things can be better. But if we just sat still and just thought about what you actually have, I get in my car every day. I'll call somebody and ask for permission and drive. I go to a restaurant I want to go to. Freedom. Maybe not like the next man, but definitely not like the next man. Especially when you talk about Iran or Venezuela. You know, I think she says it's maybe safe for her to go back now, but she'll wait a little while because things are not settled. This is, if we just be grateful for the things that we have. Wake up in the morning time and just be thankful for God. Thank you for being able to get up and move outside the house and not worry about nobody bombing a house. Thank you for being able to walk to the store without worrying about somebody shooting us in the drive-by. Just being grateful for breathing and being able to get medical assistance when needed. Just being grateful for being alive. Not being under impending stress, knowing what's going to happen next. Where's the next meal come from? But we think about the things that we don't have instead of focusing on what we do. We think about all the things that we don't have instead of thinking about the things that we do have. Is it so hard to be in the most powerful country in the world and being free and to be grateful? Go figure. All right. What's up, Terry? All right, people, we out. Gotta go. Gotta go. Ooh.
We're good. You keep waiting here.
Yeah,